right, so if you got a brand new board, you're gonna realize that these are stuck a little bit. So if you want to take time to just separate these just a little bit, do them both places. And so you're just gonna separate the little cardboard things, because if it's in a good spot, if you want to tighten the handle, we can leave it. So those are all kind of separated. They're separated. If you can't see behind Cameron, you can move. I'm going to do that to both ends, where I'm just going to separate the little cardboard tags just so that they're not stuck. It's good? Okay. Okay, so these are all separated there. Can you see how they're not level anymore? When I'm weaving, personally, I like to move a little bit further away from the edge. So I like to count like 1, 2, 3 slots. And then I'm gonna hook it into the slot, and I'm gonna leave a long tail. And when I'm in the slot, I'm all the way down at the bottom of the slot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because if you're not, and then I'm gonna skip one, you don't have to do this all the time, but it's helpful for me if you're doing yarn weaving. Not so much bead weaving, but if you notice the slots right here, if you only put the yarn down part way and you don't put it down all the way, it will become problematic because your warp will loosen up. So you know what, I'm gonna stick that on there. And then as wide as you want your weaving. If you're doing a bead weaving and you say you want 10 beads on it, you need to have 11 strings. So however many strings, like if you're doing a bead weaving, you need 1 string more than your design. And your design works really well if you do it on grid paper. So, ladies, if you do your grid design on grid paper, then you know how many beads you want. So this is how wide it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 1 more black string, and then I'm gonna do my other strings. And I'm going all the way around the board. I'm not just like coming up to the next spot and hooking it. I'm going all the way around the board. And then I'm gonna cut 2 long strings. Cut a long string again. So I have 2 long strings on the back. I'm gonna grab my second color. You don't need to do 2 colors if you're doing bead weaving. It's just super helpful for regular yarn weaving to know whether you're over or under. So again, I'm gonna start on the back, put a long string on, wind it around, pull it tight. Oh my God, I've got a knot. Oh. Not the end of the world. If you get a knot in your string, be gentle with it. Don't pull tight. You can probably work the knot out if you just are calm. This is not supposed to be a stressful event. If it feels super stressful, take a break. Cut the string long. Now I have 4 strings hanging out on the back. I'm gonna take these 2 together and these 2 together. If you started on the wrong side, you could have a big X. It doesn't actually matter. But I left my strings long enough that I can tie them. You go under once, like you're doing your shoelace. You go under again, because if you're by yourself, it's helpful. You can put your finger on it, simultaneously flip people off. Just kidding. Tie these extra strings so they're out of your way, and tuck them under. Board warped. I did go ahead and start this one. This is this pattern. So you can see like 3 beads, 4 spaces, 3 beads, 3 beads, 4 spaces, 3 beads. And then I went the next row. So you read these in order: 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. So you're working from the bottom up, 4 row, and you move over. So I would read this pattern. I just changed strings. You can see right there, this is the end of my knot. It's okay to have a knot in your string, because it'll probably end up inside the beads. So when I'm working on this, I usually have it facing me. Again, threading the needle. I pinch it between my fingers, slide